So z-index is pretty fun until it's not. You are going to probably see at some point or have to deal with at some point, you're going to put a z-index, index 1000, and you just keep putting on zeros and zeros and zeros, and it continues to not work, and you're just going to be fighting it. I do that too. Everyone does that. It's kind of a meme in programmer humor. So you'll see why in a second. But yeah, if you get into that, there's probably some other property that you're missing, and you are fighting it rather than actually the z-index of what you're trying to do. So try to avoid doing that. You'll see why in a second, most likely. Anyway, so z-index is basically how close something is to you. The higher the z value, the closer the item is to you. So it's not going to change based on perspective. It's all like there's no, like in gaming where you have ray tracing and you have like the perspective and all of that crap. It's not like that, although that would be cool. Which you can do. You can create parallax sites and stuff, but all of that's besides the point. So you have z-index is basically how close something is to you. If you have a z-index of 0, it is far away from you. If you have a z-index of 1 billion, trillion, 6 billion, whatever, it's going to be really close to you. Okay? There is probably a max. I don't know what it is. So we may find out. Great. All right. So z-index of the header to 10. So right now you can see it's probably not going to change anything. Oh, wait. No. As you scroll, you see it is covered up by stuff. Okay? But if I change the z-index of the header, come on. Oh my gosh. 10. If I run that, now I scroll. Now my header is fixed. However, this isn't a great site because my header is so freaking massive. All right. Inline display. Really? That's it? That's all we learned about z-index? Okay. Well, I mean, there isn't much more. My recommendation with z-index is to go in bases of 10. I'm sorry, go in what's it called? The increments of 10 or something like that. Increments of 5. Don't do increments of 1 because you're going to get to a point where you're like, I want this in between these two elements, but these two elements are one apart and I have like a stack of something. So you want to have the flexibility to move in between. And I don't think z-index can do decimals. Can z-index do decimals? And nope, does not. And then I don't think it can go negative. Can also take oh, it can. Interesting. Cool. So should have told you that, but it didn't. So yeah, z-index is how far away it is. My recommendation is to go in specific intervals. If you have an item that's like, if I change this to 2 and everything else is 1, it's not going to change anything. I'm still going to be in front. The reason why they did 10 was because say they wanted something else in front of everything else, but behind the header. They have the flexibility to do that without editing the header again, if that makes sense. So z-index, that's what I recommend.